Got pretty good at it, haven't I? Yeah, it's almost second nature.
Hi, Simply Hi, my little flies on the wall. Maybe Brundle here again. Gonna hit my fellow theatre fans with a couple of opinions now. I've been a fan of the Cats musical since I was a little kid. Like, we're talking back in the days when the special recorded production was first released on VHS, you know, all the way back in 1997. I remember being fascinated by the trailer.
Open your eyes and experience the magic as never before. Now at last on video, for the first time ever, Andrew Lloyd Webber's timeless masterpiece, Cats. Get closer to the magic of the best-loved musical of all time in the most spectacular production ever.
Crimes discovered then, my cavity's not there.
And we all say, oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles.
Bunker, Jerry, and Rumpole trees are ever wonderful way of working together.
Dun-dun-dun, is a curious cat.
And there isn't any call for me to shout it.
For he will do as he did.
And there's no doing anything about, oh, how did
Now at last, the memories can be yours forever. Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical phenomenon, Cats, based on the immortal poems of T.S. Eliot.
My dad got me that VHS first, which I'm very proud to say I still have. In fact, I'll show you it right now. Got it right here. Just to flex a bit of old school realness at you.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
And then he one night surprised me with the tickets to go and see it in its home in the West End. Now, it's because I'm such a literally long-time fan of this amazing show that I must state my true feelings on a change or two that has been made to it in recent years, that I suspect were made to appeal more to the kids. I've purposefully stayed away from anything to do with the revivals or whatever these changes were made for, because what I'm going to discuss annoys me enough to this day. And, before anybody asks, no, I am not going to be reviewing that so-called movie. Okay? That thing's existence is blasphemy. This is the only Cats movie I will ever acknowledge or have any opinion on, apart from Andrew Lloyd Webber described the new movie as ridiculous, which should tell you all you need to know. Jennifer Hudson. This is where it gets tricky, because I love your voice, but... well, let me just put it this way. You made a fantastic Effie White. And I mean a fantastic Effie White. But sweetheart, you're no Grizabella. I just mean... you sound a much better young soul singer than you do an older homeless cat. You know, And I'm Telling You was the ideal song for you, but Memory... In this one, there's no dodgy animation, no young Grizabella, no Taylor Swift or any talking. Anywho, the first problem is that they took Rum Tum Tugger and turned him into a rapper, not a rocker. Or, to quote my brother when I discussed it with him, oh God, just another pussy who thinks he can rap. But that's another issue. It's too small of an issue to talk about in a full YouTube video, but it's still an annoying thing to mention. The main problem is that they redesigned my all-time favourite character so that she went from looking like a glamorous old lady to a young, generic-looking girl with ugly hair. Grizabella should not, and I say this to you, she should not be a young cat, especially not when it comes to her song Memory. It defeats the entire purpose of her part in the show.
Grizabella, well, she's really an old, dilapidated cat who's had a very good life indeed, and there's been a few scrapes in her life. I think she has a few regrets, and I think she may now, at this point in her life, feel a little tired and lonely, and certainly feels rejected in this piece, because every time she appears, poor thing, they all shun her, and she just wants to be loved and to be involved in the life of the community of these cats, and but they don't want her around.
Imagine if, in Sunset Boulevard, for example, another favourite Andrew Lloyd Webber musical of mine, imagine if they cast Norma Desmond as someone of a Leona Lewis type of age. It wouldn't work. You see what I'm saying? There are some changes made to things that... And please keep in mind, I'm something of a purist when it comes to this kind of thing. You can say whatever you want to me about certain things, and my opinion will never change. Just shouldn't be made, but someone felt the need. They're idiots, but they felt the need. Grizabella is supposed to be the old homeless lady, weathered by time and loneliness and worn by the elements and by people's cruelty. It gets to a point where she knows her days are coming to an end, and she just wants back into the group that she left as a younger cat in search of something different, and the forgiveness of the others for the very obvious purpose of closure. You know, her name alone, Grizabella, means she's the grizzled, embittered, disillusioned old woman, or survivor, if you will, who's, while having tried to live it her way, not necessarily had the best life, and she is not supposed to have the look of a young streetwalker who gets given a pretty woman's second chance by an older man. That's... No, just... Memory, as it's written, is clearly supposed to have come from a place deep down inside of looking back and regret and experience and self-reflection and all the things a young one just wouldn't have lived quite simply long enough to be able to understand. Memory is what old Deuteronomy overhears that touches him so while he watches her from the shadows after the other cats have once again given her the cold shoulder. Memory is her plea to them when she appears for one last emotionally, mentally and physically exhausted try, and how she finally captures the hearts of the other cats. It's the plea that makes them all see she's worthy of going to the Heaviside layer, which, from what I understand, is the very definition of a different Jellicle life, because from there she'll be reincarnated, and the new life will begin. No. Oh, and also, just to clear up a confusion, the song in Cats is called Memory. It is not now, nor will it ever be, Memories. Because Memories is the song that Barbra Streisand sings in The Way We Were. Even on the Cat's original London cast soundtrack, the name of the song is Memory. That's all I had to say in this video, really. The whole thing of young Grizabella had been gnawing at me for a long time before this video was made. So, thank you most kindly for your time, if you made it through the rant. Livy out.